Hey there, good morning. Welcome to the podcast. I am Anki. This is Daring to Differ. A very good morning to you. Ah, my heart is so full. My heart is so, um, I'm just in awe of life. And why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling is simply because I'm just fascinated by the fact that I'm a human being and our brains that God has given to us. They are big machines. They are machines that keep us moving. They are machines that constantly inspiring us. So I woke up like around 4 because I needed to feed my baby, right? And as soon as she went back to sleep, I'm just like, why am I here? Let me go do things that I love. Let me go create. Let me go, read. Let me go do before the family wakes up. And I'm doing this simply because this has now become a habit, it's a routine. For me, improving myself, working on things that will give me a purpose to live, a reason to live, has become now a normal thing to do. It's like waking up and brushing your teeth. It's such a normal thing to do. For me, even with what I do that is positive in my life, it's things that are just like on autopilot. And I don't even find it as a chore, right? I don't find it difficult to do because it has become part of me. And it has become part of me because of this thing, the brain. I have changed it. I have like a later call. I don't know if I think emotion or later call for that or something like that, but I have like literally just um I think maybe I've brainwashed myself because I was like, what I do in this thing called life. A lot of this what I do simply because of the ability of my brain and because of the capacity of my brain because it has gotten used and it knows that if it is in my body, it has to conform, it has to align. That's just where I've taught it. And I think that's what a lot of people have done, those that we look up to, those that get a lot of results in their lives. They've tamed their brains. They no longer let their brain just run and think whatever they want to think, but their brains are rather accustomed to do the things that the athlete wants to do. You look at Kobe Bryant, he trained his brain to just show up because that is what's supposed to be done. When you look at when you look at people like Beyonce, I think the way how she operates is not because she's just a different person. It's rather because she have trained herself. She have trained this thing. This thing, guys, this thing that I'm pointing to. If you train it, if you tame it, it will really get the most out of your life. It will give you the most out of your life. I kid you not, because I'm so, like, who the hell wakes up this time and shoot a production like this? Make it make sense. If it is not the art of the brain, if it's not the art of the soul, if it's not me rather being in alignment with everything. That's why for me, with this podcast, with the Daring to Differ podcast, it's not really about motivation. I'm not a motivational speaker, you know, not even a transformational speaker. I'm just an ordinary girl who took the teachings and applied them to my life. And I've been approved. I've been a testament rather than whatever that I've learned and I've applied, I've gotten results out of it. I cannot keep this to myself. Let me share it with you because I just feel like you also need to know this. You also need to experience this beauty of just being a human being with a capacity. And mind you, this has nothing to do with resources that you have. It only has to do with the awareness that you're willing to bring in your life. For me, I prioritize learning about the power of my brain or how my brain works. And that's how I came across terms like neuroplasticity, knowing that my brain can evolve. And I'm even just making a lot of hackles because I'm just so fascinated. So if my brain can evolve, then it means me, myself, as a human being, I can also evolve. So, I mean, life is so beautiful. But anyway, this ties in with what I want to talk on the episode, finding things that brings us joy, finding things that gives us purpose so that 2026 does not become another year where you find yourself stuck. Because I think stagnance is just something that happens to us, but it's possible to remove it completely out of our lives. And we can only move away from being stagnant or stuck if you are making progress. If you are making progress in your life, in whatever facet, in whatever area that you want to change. Yeah. So I hate to start with water because I'm gonna drink coffee. I always try not to drink coffee before water because I think I once read that if you drink coffee, because of the caffeine that it has, your heart will be beating fast. That's how you get this energy rush or energy boost. And if you drink water immediately, it's like you're suppressing it, and it's not a good thing because it can lead into a cardiac. I don't want to get into all those, but yeah. So I always try to drink my water first. Yeah. So as I was saying, um, you don't want 2026 to be a year of sadness. And a lot of us, maybe we struggle to understand, but why is my life stuck? Why am I feeling like things are just not moving? Why am I feeling that I am not enough? I am not showing up enough. Although I have a job, I have a functioning family, I have a functioning whatever, I just don't feel stuck. You still feel stagnant. Why is that the case? Bashir, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, my heart is literally pounding because of the joy that I have and because of the awareness I have about some of these things that I'm talking to you, talking about with you. Oh, let me just sit properly. So, in my last episode, ne, I spoke about um, us being born as artists. Ne? We are all artists, right? I don't want to get into the detail, but you can just look into that episode. Is a recent one. We're all artists by virtue of life, by virtue of our creation. We are all created to have outlets where we are able to bring something to life, something to um, bring an idea to life, and that idea would then flourish in different sorry, that idea would then flourish in different mediums. For some, they'll probably produce it as a sound. This is music. Some will produce it as through them creating books, etc. Some will be really good chefs. Some will become good painters. You have an art in you. You're also an artist, but maybe you don't know what is that artist in you. And the fact that you don't know what is that artist in you, or maybe you probably know, but you're not giving it enough efforts, enough support for it to come to life. That negligence is the one that is making you feel stuck because you are neglecting the artist in you. You are neglecting that thing that is supposed to give you meaning, and you're not paying attention to it. That's why you're feeling stuck. But the good thing is that we all have it in the way how we are created, just being human beings. You just need to unearth it. You just need to unearth it. So we're all artists in our formation, And I'm saying this because there were windows in my life where I've tapped into my art, and there were windows in my life where I was not doing anything, and I felt meaningless. I felt like I was stuck. I felt like my life was not moving because I know the things that I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not doing them. You know the ideas that you have in your mind, but you're not executing them. Hence, you are not watering that artist in you. That's why you're feeling stagnant. Let me give you a typical example. The time when I was, you know, um, um the time, let me give you a typical example. These are two scenarios. With our first baby, during my pregnancy period, I didn't feel as it being so exhausting because I was on the roll. That's the time when I was studying my project management professional exam, right? And I gave it all. I had a reason to wake up. I woke up early in the morning. I went to bed late because I had the reason to wake up. I had something pushing me to do, right? And it brought so much joy. I did not feel like it was exhausting because it was something I really, really, really wanted to do. So I pushed myself and I wrote that exam. It's a 3 hour exam, which is torturing, which is hard. But I sat there with my big belly. Me, as my third trimester, because I wrote that exam in December and our baby came in February. So I was literally 2 months away from giving birth. And I gave myself that deadline to write that exam because I needed to make sure that by the time the baby comes, I'm done with it. But it brought so much joy. That process brought so much joy in me because as a human being, we're created to do things. We are created to bring ideas to life. We are created to create. You understand? So I gave it my best and I passed that exam. It's an international exam, and only very few people pass that exam globally, right? And I was still in my 20s. But because of me showing up and because of me feeling or doing the things that my soul is urging for, I got the results. It's not because I'm smart. It's just because I am conforming to the principles of being a human being. And the principles, one of them is the ability of us to create. You get? So I passed that exam. And with our second baby, this is what happened. With our second baby, I had nothing or whatsoever happening in terms of me creating when I was pregnant. So the process was indeed difficult for me. The pregnancy journey, I felt like it was difficult, because there's nothing. When I went to work, I'll go to work and just go back home and not go do something that will fill my soul, that will water, that will water my soul, that will complete or that will lead me toward realizing ideas, you understand, or creating. What I did mostly, at least because I'm a lifelong learner, I listened a lot to podcasts, I read a lot, but that was just everything in a passive way. But our brains, we are expected to be active people, we're expected to mold, to design, to do. So I didn't do that. And boy, the journey, I felt like it was just difficult. And somehow I felt like I'm stuck. I felt like I'm stuck. And mind you, I'm feeling like I'm stuck. Yet there's so much things, good things that are happening in our life as a family. But because I am not actively engaging in things that are in line, that are aligned with the principles of just me being a human being, I felt somewhat stuck. That's why I was like, you know what, this is it. I'm done feeling the way I'm feeling. I'm being stagnant. And this is how the Daring to Differ podcast was born. This is how the Daring to Differ podcast was then born or birthed. I then started recording because I needed to be useful in my life. I needed to bring ideas to my life. I sound like I'm whispering because I don't want to wake up the family. When you live with people like me, it's just a lot of um just a lot of, I don't know, chaos. But good chaos. Because I'm just, that's not even when I go to And work, I always tell people that if we go to workshops, please don't give me a room to share with anybody because my habits are just outrageous. I'm just a unique human being. I think that's why I get a lot out of life. And that is also what you need to do. Find the things that bring joy to yourself. Make your life be memorable. For me, my life is memorable because there's just so many spices and so many things that I just not I want to think normal. But I do them because I am honestly because I am created as a unique human being. So yeah, so that's the beauty of life. And find that thing that gives you joy. Find that thing that gives you the reason to get out of bed. And mind you, then 2026 will not be a boring year for you. 2026 will not be a year where you feel stuck, but it will rather be a year where you are just doing your things. And the more things you do, the more things you create, the more meaning you get out of life, the more purpose you get, the more reason you get to live. And some things will be you having your business ideas that you want to create, to come up with, you studying, you just be busy, just do something. That's why sometimes you find both jobs and then they still feel not fulfilled because at work they are not using that creativity that God is given to them fully because they are only showing up to do what is on the terms of reference. And what is that is on your terms of reference as a human being to do? Fill that cup. And going to work then will just be like another reason why you need to go there so that you can continuously do the things that will make you happy with no stress. The job or the business at least is giving you that freedom. You understand? So yeah, tap into your creativity. We are all artists and we can create a lot of art. For me, it's just not about podcasting. There's so many flipping ideas and even things like home architecture stuff, you know, seeing things on Pinterest, getting those ideas and then being inspired and just executing them. Beautiful things that I want to create that we are creating with my husband at home. That is purpose. That is taking us from being stagnant. So make your life memorable. Look at your life one day and say, yo, what a life I've lived. For me, if my life was to be recorded as a movie, I think it's going to be a hilarious movie. So, my people, find something that's going to bring joy to your heart and start doing it today. Start doing it today. This is Daring to Differ. I'm your host, Anaki. Until next time.